Okay, next keyword is private access modifier, right? We have seen public and default access modifiers. Now we need to see private access modifier. So it is another access modifier keyword. It will be applied only on method, variable, and constructor. So it cannot be applicable for the class. That means there is no private class. Only private method, private variable, and private constructor only you can create. No private class. And class cannot be a private and protected. Class only either public or default class. No private class, no protected class. So keep these points in mind. A class can be either public or default. Then variables, you can declare inside the class private variables and private methods you can create. That's a private access modifier means. So private access modifier, where you can access in the same class only, not outside class. Also you can add access. Not outside class, not possible. That's a private access modifier. And let's see this example. So I told all these points, right? All the points I will prove one by one. So you cannot create a private class. You cannot create a private class. That let me show you that. So let's go to our project. This is our project and SRC, then our package, and this package I'm creating a private access modifier. So create a class. A class can be either public or default. See that private you cannot select. This is a so disabled. This radio button is disabled, private and protected. So that means your class can be only either public or default only. So for class, private and protected keywords are not applicable. For class, private and protected keywords are not applicable. You cannot create a private class. This is very clearly proving here. Now I'll say private demo. My class name I'm giving P capital, demo D capital, private demo. Take the main method and call it. So that you will get a default main method by default in the class. So I'll declare first private variables, right? First section is in the class variables, private. So variables. What are the types of variables we have? One is static variable, right? Private static variable. Private static variable I'm creating. So what is the syntax of any static variable? Access modifier, static, data type, variable name equal to value. So now access modifier we are discussing about private, so give private. Then static. So data type I can take any data type, right? So double D equal to, so like this, a double data type I declared. And then second variable, so non-private, non-private, private non-static variable, private non-static variable. So these two types of variables I can create. Again, go the syntax I'm writing one more time. Access modifier, anywhere the static variable syntax means this one, access modifier, static, data type, variable name equal to value semicolon. If you want to create a non-static variable, access modifier, so data type, variable name equal to value. Here our access modifier is private, and then data type I can use character, C equal to small a. You can define any character, single character you have to enclose in single quotes. You have to enclose in single quotes. Done. Variable section is done. Next, what is the next section? Private constructor. So what is a private constructor structure? Access modifier, class name, and parentheses, curly braces, logic. That's a private constructor we'll create. So access modifier you need to give private. Then what is the class name? This is the class name. This is the class name, parentheses, curly braces, you can write the some logical statement here, print related statement. So this is a private default constructor. So private demo. So this is a private demo constructor. Okay, default constructor. So constructors are done. Next, what is the next member? So methods, private methods, all private methods. I'm going to create a first static method. So what is the static method syntax? First one is static method, private static method. So what is the static method syntax? So access modifier static void method name, so parenthesis curly braces logic. So access modifier plus you just put private static void m5, I'll put m5 or m6 or whatever it is, my private method. Just give any name but follow the naming conventions. A first letter, first word all lowercase, second word onwards each word first letter in cap letter, this one, and just give this is my private static method. Just give that, my private method. I give, just give that the method name I'm giving. So if you want, you can use the data here. So static method inside static data you can use. So we can use result equal to d minus 25.23 whatever it is. So result, the result should be what data type? So I'm going to give a double data type. So I'm just reducing some amount there. So the result value is, I'm just printing that result value. So result, that's a one simple method I created. The second method is private non-static method. Private non-static method. And what is the private non-static method? So, and this is access modifier void method name. So method name curly braces logic, and you can use access modifier, you can use private void my test non-static method. I can give each word, first word all lowercase, second word onwards every word first letter in capital letter. Test T capital, N capital, static S capital, so non-static, and method M capital. So that's a naming conventions of a method. Okay, the class every word first letter in capital letter, right, in the class, but a method first word all lowercase, second word onwards each word first letter in capital letter. And so I can say simply, so this is a private non-static method, private non-static method, and just give the method name. I can use non-static data in the non-static methods. I can use non-static data in the non-static method. What is the non-static data? C is the non-static data. I can use here, so int output equal to C plus 2. C plus 2, the integer number. So output value is, so C is the 97. 97 plus 2 means 99 you will get. So the ASCII code of small a is, the ASCII code of small a is, so 97. So 97 will participate here, not small a. If you are using character in the calculations, the ASCII code of that character will participate in the calculations. Okay, are you clear? The ASCII code of that character. So if you use in the mathematical operations. What are the mathematical operations? Plus, minus, multiplication, division, right? This multiplication or sum or subtraction or division, any mathematical operations, you are using a character type of data. That character ASCII code, every character has a ASCII code. Now small a has a 97, capital A has a 65 ASCII code. That ASCII code will come and participate here in the calculation. Okay, any questions?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Why you were taking C+2, sir?
I want to add some logic I want to write. Okay,
Logic.
that's what
Now, any number is fine, sir. +2 plus.
Any number is fine. You can do a lot of things. You can do. You can add. It's just our doing some calculations. Now what will happen? C is a 97. 97 plus 5. 103, right? 102. 102 will store in the output.
And one more thing is, in static, what is that, sir? Double result D.
This is the output, madam. This output. D is the value, right? This is the D contains 123, 4, 1234 is the value. That I am reducing 25.
Okay.
I'm doing some calculation, and this you will get some output here, right? If you reduce 1234 minus 25, if you do, you will get some other output value, right? That output I am storing in this variable. Where you can store this output? I am storing in this local variable. This is the local variable. Result is the one variable. There I am storing my output.
Oh, we are using here local variable.
This is the local variable. Methods inside only will use the local variables. This is the local variable concept. So local variables is a data type. So variable name equal to value or expression. So this we have written here expression, but that expression will give you the output. Okay. The expression is formulas you are writing, right? D minus 25. This is the expression. This expression will give you output. That output will go and store in this variable, and that value I'm printing here with the print statement. But what is this type of data? Double type of data. And same here also. And this is the integer values, all integer. That's why the data type of this is int. This is the local variables. So data type.
Usually decimals we are taking float, right, sir?
Which one?
Decimals we are taking float, right, sir?
Float or double. Float or double. Two types of float decimals. Okay. Float or double. Float is a small size, 32-bit size, memory occupies. Double is 64-bit size occupies. There's a float and double. Two data types are there for decimals. For integers, you have many integer, long, so many are there. We'll discuss next after basics are over. Okay, variable name equal to value. Okay, this is the local variable. So all three types of variables I have given here. One is static variable, non-static variable, and local variables. Local variables you use only inside the method bodies or block bodies. Nowhere else. You can declare itself method body inside. Method body inside only can declare local variables. Nowhere else. One method local variable you cannot use in another method. For example, this result value I want here, I cannot use. But global variables I can use anywhere. See, this D I can use here if I want. I can use in the non-static method also. Static variable I can use in non-static method also. Static variable you can use in the static method. I use it here. Even I can use in the non-static method also. Both places I can use. Static is common to all. Anywhere you can use static data.
Sir, we are taking string also, no, sir? We are taking int, right, sir? Anything is fine, right?
I didn't take anywhere string here because previous class I took a string.
Oh, only okay. Now I get it.
So here I declared a double data type.
Yeah.
And I declared a character. So whatever the data type you are creating, so that data type, that variable data, this is the variable name. This data you can use in any methods, and the data only will do operations, right? Like mathematical operations, plus, minus, multiplication, division, any Operations you can perform on the data only. And this is the data. This data is contained by this D variable, and A contains by C variable. So wherever I need this value, I will call this variable name. That's what I did. I called that variable. That's a non-static data. I can use in non-static methods only. Non-static data you can use in non-static methods only. I cannot use here. See that if I use here non-static data inside the static methods, it will throw error for us. What is the error? See that. Mouse over. Cannot make a static reference to the non-static field C. C is a non-static data, non-static variable. Non-static variable data cannot be used inside the static methods, any static method inside. Here also you cannot call. Main method also you cannot call directly. I'm trying to call directly in the static methods non-static data. That's why it is throwing error. So directly you cannot call non-static data inside the static methods. But the static data, this static data, I can use in any method because it is a common to all methods, all type of methods. You can use anywhere static data, but non-static data, there is a restriction. Only you can use inside the non-static methods only. Non-static data, you can use in non-static methods only. But static data, you can use anywhere, any method inside. See that I can call D here also. Let me show you. I can call D here also. This I can do. But this is giving a double type of data, but you are assigning to float. That's why, so maybe I can make it a double also, this one, so that you won't get a type mismatch error. Now you can see the output of this. See, this D is of static variable data. So calling the static variable data, calling static data inside non-static method. This is a non-static method, right? This is the non-static method. Non-static method inside I am calling static data. So static data you can call in the static methods as well as non-static methods also. That's what I want to cover here. Static data you can use in the static methods inside as well as non-static methods inside also. It won't complain anything because static is common to all. That's why you can use anywhere. So let's just call ft value is plus ft. That's it. And you can call here only static method inside another static method, but non-static data you cannot call. Non-static method also you cannot call. I can call this method. Let's call this method. How to call the static method inside the main method? Call static method or invoking the method. Invoking the static method. What is the formula? Just a static method name. Static method name. So what is the static method name? This is the static. My private method is a static method name. So I can call under main static method. Main also static method. So my private method also static method. So same category. That's why you can call directly. No issues at all in the same file. Any doubts here? Lakshmi and Sri Lakshmi.
No, sir.
Good, sir.
Now, we have done the same thing yesterday also. Okay.
Yes. Just we are.
That's all private. Private you can use in the same class only. Private variables, private methods, private constructors you can use in the same class only. Other class you cannot access these private variables. If you try to call here, suppose you want to call in my first Java program. Here if you want to call private demo, right? How can you call other class static members here? Calling other class static members in another class. What is the formula? The formula is class name dot static variable. This is the formula. So you'll get directly values. Now class name is private demo, right? Class you can access because class is a public, right? Class, see that no member is showing here. We have so many variables, right, in the private demo, but it's not visible. Why it is not visible? private is stopping them. See, in private demo class, you are not able to access even single variable also and method also. We created two methods. We created a static method, we created a static variables, but both are not showing here. Why? They have a less permission. They have a less permission. Private is accessible to that class only, not accessible in another class. That also I covered that point. What is that point I told you? Private access modifier is accessible in the same class only, not outside the class. So this is the proof. They are not visible. These private variables, this D is not visible there. Why? Because of private keyword. It is not visible. D is not visible in another class. And this method also not visible. This my private method. Why it is not visible in another class? Because of private. Private is stopping the visibility of these members in another classes. You cannot access. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now the next one is protected. A protected access modifier is applied on method, variable, and constructor. And we can access them in the same package any class, and outside package also possible if you apply the inheritance OOPS concept. Protected variable, protected method, protected constructor you created, where you can access same package any class you can access. Outside package also possible if you apply the inheritance. If you apply the inheritance, it is possible. Let's see this. And protected keywords should not be used for class. Protected keyword should not be used for the class. So let's see this. And we will create another class, protected demo class. I'll create a protected demo class. Protected demo class. Take the main method. And so first, see the class is, my class is a public only, but protected variables we are going to create. So protected variables. Let's declare protected variables. First is protected static variable. So what is the static variable syntax? Access modifier static. So data type variable name equal to value. Access modifier is protected. Static. So data type I will use string, and string str equal to selenium. Okay, I'll use selenium. Now next variable, second variable. What is the second variable? Protected non-static variable. So the formula for this is access modifier. So data type, so variable name equal to value. Access modifier is a protected. So data type is, I'll take a long L equal to 100L. So this is a long data type, how to declare. Two variables I declared. Now next one, what is the next member? Constructor. So protected constructor. So what is the protected constructor syntax? Access modifier, any constructor, it doesn't matter. Only access modifier we are changing. Access modifier, class name, parenthesis, curly braces, logic. That's a structure, never changes. This formula never changes for the constructor. Only you are changing the access modifier, that is you are putting protected here. Protected. The class name, what is the class name? Protected demo. Protected demo. And curly braces, and right. Simple logic. So this is a protected access modifier, default protected modifier constructor. So that is, what is the constructor name? This is the constructor name. protected demo parenthesis is the constructor name. So that's the one constructor we created. Then the methods. So protected static method. So protected static method. So first, what is the syntax? Access modifier static void method name parenthesis curly braces logic. So access modifier is a protected static void and test2 method. So I can write simple, and this is a protected access modifier static method test2. Okay, so that data, static data you can use. For example, I want to find the length of this string. How many characters are there? You want to find it. There is a string class. Inside there is a method, direct method you can use. That is this string object dot length method is there. So you can count. That returns a integer type of data. So integer type of data it returns. I'll write a return type method here. I'm finding the fetch the number of characters in given string. I'm finding out that with the length method, using length method, already built-in method, using built-in method length. Length method is there in the string class of string class. So this string class has a built-in method length method. You can use that. So it returns an integer type of data, the count equal to the object, the static variable dot length method. You can use length method. You can find the length method. I'm calling the method. So what this method will do, it counts the number of characters in this static string variable. In a variable, what is the length of that string, it will calculate. Okay, so number of characters in str variable is, you can just call like this, different methods you can call. So the count variable, the local variable is again local variable. So what is the local variable syntax? Data type, so variable name equal to value. Now right side one is giving a value to you. That value you are storing in this variable, the local variable, and that variable value I'm printing with a print statement. Clear? Any doubt? Is it understandable or any problem here? Access modifier void method name. So the non-static method I'm creating. You have to talk if you have questions. Protected to void test3, another method I have created. So this is a protected access modifier non-static method, that is test3. Test3 is the non-static method. So you can use this non-static data L you can use, and you can do some calculations here. Again, I'm going to do some local variable. I'll store the data type variable name equal to value. So data type I'll use long. I'll just do subtraction value. So I'll do subtraction from L. I'll do 25. I'll subtract from the L value. So I can get the data. So that output, whatever this output, and this output I'm storing in this sub value local variable. So I can print this value. So L minus 25 output is, the result is whatever the result, and that will be there in this local variable name. So this starts with a data type. No access modifier you are using here. So for local variables, you should not use any access modifier keywords. Keep this point in mind. So if you never used any access modifier for the local variables anywhere, and you should not use access modifier keyword inside the method. You should not use, only on the method line, but not for variables. Local variables you should not use access modifier, but you can use for the static variables and non-static variables. You can use access modifier, but local variables you should not use access modifier keyword. Is it clear, madam? Any doubts?
Good, sir.
Sir, how we will know, sir, string length, str.length? That's how we will identify, sir.
This method will calculate automatically.
It's
They already
predefined
built
method,
a
sir.
predefined method. In the string class, this what is very clearly given. Built-in method length method of string class. A string is a class in Java, which is available in java.lang package. Okay, like a system also in the java.lang package. This string class, a class contains many members like variables, methods, right? In the string class, they created so many methods. One of the method is a length method. Length method purpose is it finds the number of characters in the given string. You give any string, it will tell you how many characters are there in that string. That's the purpose of that method. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So that method tells you how many characters. You don't need to count. That will count and give it to you the result. That logic they have written already. You don't need to write the logic. They have written already in the length method, and you are calling and you're using that method. You're using that method. So str.length method. Okay. Now call this method, test2 method. So you know how to call the methods. Call static method inside main method. How to call? The static method name semicolon. Well, static method name is test2. So I want to call static variable. Call static variable. Static variable where you can declare above the methods, below the class. That's a static variable. str is the static variable. How can you call? Directly you can call static variable. So static variable str value is this, put plus str. Joining, this is a joining operator. Plus act as a joining operator for strings. Plus act as a addition operator between numbers. Plus behaves two actions. It does the two actions. One is for numbers, it sums up all the numbers, and for strings it will join. This is the one string, and this string will join with the str value. What is str value? Selenium. Selenium will join with this string. That's how to call one class static variable in same class another methods. See that here also you call same, right? Just directly call the static variable, and non-static variable you can call directly. So in the same class you can use another package, another class also same package you can use, right? That's what I told you. Another class also I can use this static variables and static methods. This protected variables and protected methods I can use in the same package anywhere, right? Any class inside I can call. Any class inside I can call these protected variables and protected methods. Let me show you that. How can I call? I'll call in my first programs. So how can we call other class static members in another class in the same package? Class name dot static variable. So now I'm calling the protected demo class static variable. I'm calling here. Calling protected demo class static variable. What is the formula? The class name dot static variable. What is the formula?
Class name dot static variable.
So it gives the value directly. So I will print that in the print statement. A protected demo class, protected demo class static variable, protected demo class static variable. So this is the one. And Class name. What is the class name? Protected demo, right? Protected demo dot. See, the variable is visible to you now. Variable and method also visible. That class, why it is visible? Private is not visible, right? Private was not visible. Private members was not visible, but protected members are visible now. In the same package, protected variables you can access. Same package, any class in the same package, the other class protected variables you can call. That's what I did. The str you didn't define here. Did you define in this class str? No, right? From where I am calling? From this class. Why you are able to call here? Because this str has a protected keyword, protected access modifier. So protected permission where? The same package, any class. In the same package, any class you can use. Same package, any class you can use. Same package, any class you can use. What is the formula if you want to use any class? Class name dot static variable. Now I'll call. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. You said we can any class, same package. You said, sir.
Same package only, right? This protected demo is created which package? Basic programs package.
Okay. Under basic programs package, there are different packages. Default.
Different classes. So, no. Basic programs is the package name.
Okay.
Under that package, first package concept you understand.
Yes,
A
sir.
package contains a group of similar classes
Okay.
and interfaces will be there under one package. These are all classes, madam. These are all different classes, not packages.
Mm.
A package contains a group of similar classes and interfaces, and sub packages also you can create. One more package you can create below.
Okay.
But again, package contains classes and interface. But a class contains again members, right? Variables,
Correct.
methods, constructors, blocks. These are the class structure. But I want to call now protected demo class static variable in another class of same package. My first Java program is available in which package? Basic programs.
Basic programs.
Protected demo is available in which package?
Basic
Same
programs.
package, basic programs. Now protect demo class, this static variable, I am calling in my same package class. How can you call? Class name dot static variable. That's what I call. How is it possible? Why you are not able to call private members?
Mhm.
Protected you are able to call. Protected static variable you are able to call.
Yes.
But private you are not able to call. What I told you private means?
It can be.
Private is not accessible outside the class. That's why you are not able to call. Private stops the permission, privacy. Completely visibility will be stopped for other classes. That's a private. But protected is elaborating little bit, okay?
Yes.
In your group, anybody of your group members can access. That's what any of your group means. Any of your package members, any of your package classes, you can access my protected. And also outside package also possible. Outside package also possible if you apply inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing here. I called this. See that I called protected demo class static variable. Sri Lakshmi, are you getting the madam? Are you getting the things?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Lakshmi?
Yes, sir. Sir, outside package inheritance means what is inheritance, sir?
Inheritance still we didn't understand. That's why I'm not going to explain now that point.
Okay, sir.
Inheritance is a OOPS concept, right? I told you OOPS concept. Did you remember?
Okay. Yes,
Class
sir.
to, object to, inheritance,
Yes, sir.
polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation. These are the OOPS concepts. Once OOPS concepts comes, I'll show you there. This
Okay, sir.
how protected variables, protected methods, how you can access in another package, I'll show you. As of now, we don't know, right? So I don't want to
Okay,
touch that. But this protected variables and methods you can call in another package also. So let me show you class name dot static method. How to call method I'm showing. calling the other class static method. How to call other class static method? Class name dot static method. This is the formula. Class name. What is the class name? Protected demo. I am calling protected demo class method. Dot, see, method name is showing already, static method. See, S is there on the top. Whether it is a static method or non-static method, you can easily identify. So test method, see, test to parenthesis. This is a void method in this class. Which class this method is there also? Class name is given very, very clearly here in the panel. When you put a dot, it's giving very clearly here. So you are calling other class method here. But this test2 method, what is the permission? Protected. Protected permission it has, or protected access modifier it has. Protected means in the same package, any class you can access, outside package also. That means test2 I can access in other class of same package also. That's what how to call. This is what I'm showing. Is it clear? This is a very, very important, madam. This is the only things are very, very crucial for us. How to call one class static members in another class. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Or any doubt?
Good, sir.
Priyanka?
Yes, sir. I just want to see the execution, how to run
Okay,
this.
just execute it. That click on run button. That's it. See that? Protected demo class static variable Selenium. It is coming from other class to this class. You are using that class. Again, you don't need to declare here, right? You don't need to declare that value. You can use directly get that value. And see that the number of characters in the string is 8. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, 8 characters it is giving count.
Yes.
The length method is giving the output for you. So this is the test2 method. We have written that logic. That logic is giving this print statement is printing in the console. That means the test2 method is executed. But test2 method we didn't write here, right?
Yes.
We didn't write here. So did you write in the my first Java programs with this test2 method? No. I have written in another class. I'm calling here. That's the you need test2 method here. And you can call like this. Class name dot static method you can call. Clear? All the access modifiers are clear.
Sir, only static members only we are calling, sir.
Non-static members also you can call, but I will tell you that later. Okay, how to call that. You can call non-static members also, but this is not the process. This is not the process. So class name dot only static variable you can call with the class name. You can call only static variables, but non-static variable calling processes is different. You have to create object for the class. That I will tell you later. That I will tell you later.
Sir, one more doubt. Going to private access modifier. When there is no option of taking the private access modifier in the radio box check, how will you create this class, sir, in this package?
But a class is a public, right? Class you have public, right? No, madam.
Yes, sir.
You have option to choose public radio button, right?
Yes.
By default, public is enabled, right?
Okay.
Only private is not enabled for the class. That means they are not allowing you to create a private class and protected classes. So you can create only either public class or a default class only. Only two types of classes you can create. One is public class or a default class. That's what a private is not applicable for the class means there is no private class. There is no protected class. That's why they disabled it. I didn't create a private class, right?
Yes.
I create a private variables, private methods, private constructor. Yeah, what I told you here very clearly,
Yes.
private keyword can be applied only on method, variable, and constructor. Those three places only I applied, madam. Only on the variables I applied private, constructor I applied private, On the methods, I applied private.
Okay.
This is what I'm telling. You can use private only for variables. That I use private. And only on the constructor and on the methods. This is what on the methods means method line.
Okay.
On the variables means on the variable syntax. You have a access modifier keyword and just replacing access modifier with the private. But
Okay.
no private class. That's why we didn't create a private class. Same for protected also. Protected keyword can be applied only on the variables, only on the constructor, only on the methods. For only 3 places you can use protected keyword, but not for class. We didn't create a protected class.
Yes.
Design itself, they stopped it. There is no protected class. Your class only either public or default only. Clear now? Let's go on and discuss what is a class structure. What is a class? A class is a template or a blueprint. It contains many members. I told you, I have shown you already. Again, I'm giving methods inside the class, variables, constructors, blocks. These are all members of any class. You can write one method inside the class, or you can write all these members like methods, variables, constructors, blocks. But we have written all 3, right? We have written variables, we have written constructor, we have written methods. Blocks I didn't write, but I'll show you that in the next class. That is static keyword explanation time. Okay. But class variables are, class members are variables one member, constructor is another member, methods is another member. All are independent members. Like family, madam, you just think about family. A family, inside you have so many members, right? Kids. So different boys, girls and boys. It's like the same thing here also, right? And the house inside, so many people will be there. So this is the all the members of this class. Or you take a building, a building inside you have apartments, apartments inside you have rooms, halls, like that, right? So this is the all the things how you can create inside the class. And okay, what is the class syntax? A class is a logical entity. Logic will write inside the class members. Class syntax is access modifier, class, class name. So class inside you can put variables, methods, constructors, and blocks. Then the example for a class, public class, the public class sample, S capital. And then class inside you can declare all these variables, methods, constructors, and blocks. And then default class. The default means I told you what is mean by default. No modifier keyword so going to be used. That's why default we are calling. For public you have a public, for private you have a private, for protected you have a protected. For default, no modifier keyword. Just a blank, right? And then you can see class test. See all the variables you can declare, or methods you can declare, constructor you can declare, blocks you can declare. That's a default class. So class keyword tells you this class keyword is there, right? This class keyword tells you it is a Java class. Without a class keyword, you cannot create a Java class. So class keyword must be there in the class line. Okay, that tells you it's a Java class. What is the class naming conventions? If a class name contains one word, first letters should be in uppercase and remaining letters should be in lowercase. That's an example here. If a class name contains more than one word, every word first letter should be in uppercase and remaining letters are in lowercase and should not provide spaces between words. That's what we created. See that? Protected demo. How many words are there? Two words, right? Protected one word, demo another word. See each word first letter, capital letter, P capital in the protected. Demo, D capital, no spaces between the words. That's how we need to write a class. Anywhere you are writing a class name, you are calling the class name, make sure you remember these rules. Make sure you remember these rules. So always why we will write a system is in capital? Because it is a class. That's why S capital. S capital, why we are writing? Because it is a class. That's why you are writing caplet. See that class Selenium WebDriver. There are 3 words in the Selenium WebDriver. See each word first letter in caplet. S, W, and D capital. Every word first letter in cap letter. And no space between the words. So that's how to write a class name. And class name is followed by curly braces, which tells you it is a class beginning and should end with a curly braces. A pair of brackets you should include for the class. So that is the class, and at least one member should be there inside the class. If you want to execute the code, main method must be there. If you don't want to execute, just a structure you want, create all variables, methods, constructors, and blocks, and leave it. Maybe you can call in another place to these class members. You can do that also without main method. So that also you can do. And this is all the modifiers and the class structure. Okay, I'm stopping here. If you have any questions, let me know. And tomorrow I'll explain